Sir, is it audible?
Yes, it is.
Okay, fine.
And now I'll be sharing YouTube.
Sir, is it audible?
Yes, it is.
Okay, fine.
And now I'll be sharing YouTube.
Sir, is it audible?
Yes, it is.
Okay, fine.
તને ખબર ન પડે એમ કે તને કાલે કીધેલું હતું એટલે 10 વાગે એટલે 10 વાગે શરૂ કરવાનું હોય મગજની માં પાડે સવારમાં પેલી લાઈટ લાવ ત્યાંથી મોટી પેલા એક લાવ
Yes, Prithvi, you can stop presenting. You can click on stop presenting.
Who is presenting? તું બહાર બેસ થોડી વાર હા બીજી લઈ લે
Yes, good morning to all of you. Jai Hind. I'll just confirm with the CEO, Lieutenant Commander Vishal Nair, and we'll get back. So just wait for a minute and we will start soon. I have also shared the YouTube link in the WhatsApp group. So if anyone is not able to join the Google Meet, you can join via YouTube live streaming. All right. So that is also available. Just bear with 1 minute. I'll just confirm with the NCC office and we'll get back to you. हेलो मॉर्निंग सर सर स्टार्ट करें क्या हम अभी 27 जो है वो कैडेट्स इसमें हुए हैं यूट्यूब लाइव में कितने हैं मैं बताता हूँ थोड़ी देर में हाँ कर लिए हैं 28 हो गए अभी तो, हाँ वो एडमिट तो ऑन ही है तो इसमें क्या है कि कंटिन्यूसली ऑन जो है वो लोग ज्वाइन करते रहेंगे ऐसा है ठीक है तो इसमें वो मैंने ऑटो ऑन रखा है ऑटो एडमिट तो अपने से और यूट्यूब पे भी जो है वो अभी यूट्यूब पे 11 लोग यूट्यूब पे देख रहे हैं ठीक है तो 11 यूट्यूब पे है लाइव और जो है अभी टोटल हो गए 28 इसमें ठीक है हाँ सर ठीक है तो सीओ सर का फ़ोन कुछ बिज़ी आ रहा है तो हाँ तो अभी जो है वो क्या स्टार्ट कर दे क्या फिर मैंने फ़ोन किया उनका फ़ोन बिज़ी आ रहा है उनका हाँ आप ज़रा ट्राई करके कंफर्म करके बताइए ना तो Yes, good morning to all of you. We are just awaiting confirmation from the commanding officer, Lieutenant Commander Vishal Nair. but we will resume in a minute or two. Uh, as all of you know that this is as a part of Atma Nirbhar Bharat awareness campaign by NCC cadets through social media. And what we are given, the topic is pertaining to agriculture as well. Just a minute, I am getting a call from the unit, so I will just get back. Yes, sir. Okay. All right, ठीक है, ठीक है. So we have got the topic as self-reliance in agriculture through technology. All of you know that agriculture is filled with potential. Being students of agriculture, I need not elaborate upon that. But the most beautiful thing about this is that it also, catches attention of people who have not studied agriculture strictly. So there is a scope for integration of technology, integration of ideas. So agricultural students combining with people of other fields, taking help of technology, and that's how they can improve upon. Value addition is the demand of the day, and value addition by the use of technology other than agriculture, as well as combining it with the field of agriculture. So some knowledge, some input from the students of agriculture with the agricultural background, and some other people with other use of technology, post processing, value addition, and we can become entrepreneurs. So that is what we can do. Someone has started presenting. Please stop presentation. I don't know what is his name, but someone has started presenting. So please control your mobile phones properly, so that you don't do that. Otherwise, I'll have to disable that user from here. So Bhagaria Dipti has started presenting. Please stop it. Click on stop presenting, please. So that is what we can do. Now the thing is that we thought that who could be the best people to talk about this. There could have been faculty members from agricultural field as well, but the thing is that we thought, since it's NCC initiative and our NCC cadets are with agricultural background, they will have a good opportunity to share their ideas with the people from different fields. We are sharing this on YouTube live as well. There are so many people watching on YouTube as well. So it's a kind of event at the national level, and we could we cannot do better than this. So we thought that let us give a chance to the cadets, two cadets, one ex-cadet, former senior cadet captain Sherin Maria, and leading cadet Ananya Prasad. They volunteered for this. So we will start with Ananya first. Ananya and Sherin will present one by one. We will keep the question answer session last. All right. So at the end of both the sessions, we will have question answers, and I wish that some of our cadets they share their views as well, not only questions. But you are free to ask questions, you are free to suggest some improvements. So it's an open platform, it's a webinar, it's open for discussion. All right. So all of us will participate actively, and I want this 45 minutes to be live and active so far as discussion is concerned, because the topic is pertaining to you all only. So we have received permission from the chair. He is not keeping well, Lieutenant Commander Vishal Nair, and with his ex gratia permission, I request Ananya Prasad, leading cadet Ananya Prasad, who is in the 3rd year of NCC now. So Ananya Prasad will share her presentation and her views on the topic today. Ananya, please. I will request all to please mute your audios unless required. Second thing is, I once again request, someone is presenting right now and you can see on your screen as well. So please stop that presentation. Baktharya Dipti, I don't know who is that, but please stop presenting. Dipti. Otherwise, I will have to remove her from the list. Baktharya Dipti, who is Baktharya Dipti? She is presenting right now. Baktharya Dipti, please stop. Click on stop presenting. Yes, I have removed her from this. Now, Ananya, you can start, please.
With the global supply chains being disrupted due to COVID-19 crisis, and also the country entangled in a border deadlock with China, our Prime Minister has given a clarion call for Atmanirbhar Bharat. In a country like India, where more than 50% of the population is dependent directly or indirectly in agriculture or allied sectors, it is necessary that big reforms reach these people in the wake of such crisis. Good morning to one and all. Myself, leading Cadet Ananya Prasad from 9 Gujarat Naval Unit NCC, NMCA Platoon, pursuing my graduation in the field of forestry from College of Forestry, Navsari Agriculture University, Navsari, Gujarat, has got a golden opportunity to be a presenter of this webinar on the topic Self-Reliance in Agriculture through Technology, and to put forth ways in which India can achieve this, along with the various measures taken by government from base level to apex, along with the institutional support at various levels. I would now like to have a few minutes so that I can share my presentation on the screen.
Yes, Ananya, please unmute yourself and start. Ananya, please unmute yourself.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, don't mute yourself. All right, start presentation, please.
So the topic is the self-reliance in agriculture through technology, presented by me, leading Cadet Ananya Prasad from 9 Gujarat Naval Unit NCC, Navsari Agriculture University, Navsari. I hope the screen is visible.
Yeah, right now your presentation is not there.
Okay, sir.
सर my table पर उनको move हो सुरेंद्र जी हमारा कनेक्ट ना पड़े हाँ कनेक्ट कनेक्ट बस
So let's have an overview of the agriculture in India. India has always been a net exporter of agri-produce since the Green Revolution in 1960s and 70s and the economic reforms that began in 1991. जैसे कि आप सब देख सकते हैं कि गोल्डन ईयर जो है एग्री ट्रेड का इंडिया में वो 2013 और 14 को माना गया है, द ईयर 2013-14, जहाँ पे एग्री एक्सपोर्ट्स जो थे they were peaked at $43.6 billion और नेट ट्रेड सरप्लस था $24.7 billion का. But since then, agri exports have been sluggish and sliding. Like आप देख सकते हैं 2019 और 20 का डेटा देख सकते हैं आप, जहाँ पे एग्री एक्सपोर्ट्स सिर्फ $36 बिलियन के थे एंड नेट ट्रेड सरप्लस जो था दैट वाज $11.2 बिलियन. सो जैसे कि आप सब देख सकते हैं 2013-14 का जो नेट ट्रेड सरप्लस था $24.7 बिलियन का, वो 2019-20 में आते आते इट जस्ट remained $11.2 billion. So with this lackluster performance, talking about doubling agri exports by 2022 looks almost impossible. इसलिए एग्रीकल्चर में सेल्फ रिलायंस ज़रूरी है. कैसे? By creating competitive advantage for increasing productivity and recovery ratio. So here are some institutional measures.
Ananya,
So the
sorry
Ministry
to
of-
interrupt you, but if you could please stop your note. Okay, now it is gone because your WhatsApp notifications are continuously appearing from some JRF group.
Sorry, sir.
All right.
The Ministry of Agriculture, Farmers Welfare, वो हमेशा proactive रहे हैं. They have been highly motivated for using the space technology in the agriculture sector. और इसका सबसे बाखूबी एग्जाम्पल जो है, it is the setting up of Malnobis National Crop Forecast Center. This institute is set up in 2012 in New Delhi in collaboration with ISRO. और ये इंस्टीट्यूट करता क्या है एक्चुअली? This institute is used for crop production forecasting by remote sensing. कैसे? यह पास्ट ट्रेंड और करंट ट्रेंड जो है वेदर का वो जनरेट करता है और फार्मर्स को सफिशिएंट डेटा प्रोवाइड करता है सो दैट द क्रॉप इंश्योरेंस कैन बी डन वेल इन एडवांस. अब इसी इंस्टीट्यूट ने कुछ मेजर्स और कुछ प्रोजेक्ट्स लॉन्च किए हैं. मैंने यहाँ पे 4 मेंशन किया है. द फर्स्ट बीइंग द FASAL, द फसल प्रोजेक्ट. अब इस प्रोजेक्ट का मेन एम क्या है? ये प्रोजेक्ट जियो सैटेलाइट्स और रिमोट सेंसिंग के थ्रू मॉनसून डेटा को कलेक्ट करता है, इकोनॉमिक डेटा को कलेक्ट करेगा और आपकी फील्ड पे जो क्रॉप्स ग्रो कर रहे हैं उसको ही मॉनिटर कर सकता है. ये जो मैलनोबिस नेशनल क्रॉप फोरकास्ट सेंटर था, ये रेगुलरली दे जनरेट क्रॉप फोरकास्टिंग एट डिस्ट्रिक्ट, स्टेट एंड नेशनल लेवल फॉर 9 मेजर क्रॉप्स including jute, kharif rice, cotton, wheat and many more. और 2017-18 का अगर हम डेटा देखें तो यहाँ पे 17 फोरकास्ट जनरेट किया गया है. The next being the CHAMAN, द चमन प्रोजेक्ट हॉर्टिकल्चर सेक्टर जो रहा है दैट हैज बीन द मेजर ड्राइवर फॉर ग्रोथ ऑफ इंडियन एग्रीकल्चर। और बिल्कुल इसी आइडिया को दिमाग में ध्यान में रखते हुए ये प्रोजेक्ट को इनिशिएट किया गया है 2014 में बाय गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया, मेड फॉर हॉर्टिकल्चर क्रॉप्स फॉर स्ट्रेटेजिक डेवलपमेंट ऑफ हॉर्टिकल्चर सेक्टर टू इंक्रीज फार्मर्स इनकम। और इस प्रोजेक्ट के थ्रू देयर हैज बीन 7 मेजर हॉर्टिकल्चर क्रॉप्स taken into consideration in 12 states and 185 districts. The next is the NADAMS, the NADAMS project. ये जो प्रोजेक्ट है ये आपको प्रोवाइड कराता है फार्मर्स को अबाउट द प्रेवलेंस एंड सिवियरिटी ऑफ ड्रॉट at the district and sub-district level of the 14 key agricultural states prone to drought, जिसमें गुजरात भी इस प्रोजेक्ट का एक पार्ट है। ये एक्चुअली फोर्टनाइटली रिपोर्ट जनरेट करता है ड्रॉट्स के ऊपर यूजिंग सैटेलाइट्स, एनालाइजिंग रेनफॉल इंडिकेटर्स, सॉइल मॉइस्चर एंड ग्राउंड ऑब्जर्वेशंस, सो दैट फार्मर्स जो है अपने क्रॉप इंश्योरेंस दे कैन बी डन वेल इन एडवांस। द नेक्स्ट इज द किसान प्रोजेक्ट। ये प्रोजेक्ट जो है ये सैटेलाइट और ड्रोन बेस्ड इमेजिंग को लेता है और प्रिसाइज एंड टाइमली डेटा देता है क्रॉप फील्ड्स का। इन कोलैबोरेशन टू दिस इसरो ने एक ऐप भी बनाया है दैट इज एज यू कैन सी ऑन द स्क्रीन दैट इज अ हेलस्टॉर्म ऐप। ये जो हेलस्टॉर्म ऐप है दिस इज पिक्यूलियरली आपको बताएगा फार्मर्स को कि हेलस्टॉर्म का डेटा टू द लार्ज स्केल डैमेज फॉर स्टैंडिंग क्रॉप्स। ये यूनियन मिनिस्ट्री को फ़ायदा ऐसे कर सकता है कि ये यूनियन एग्रीकल्चर मिनिस्ट्री को क्विक असेसमेंट करने में एक मौका देता है ऑफ द डैमेज टू क्रॉप्स बिकॉज ऑफ हेलस्टॉर्म। मूविंग टुवर्ड्स द मोबाइल एप्लीकेशन। नाउ व्हाई मोबाइल एप्लीकेशंस? जैसे कि आप सबने देखा होगा ऐसे कुछ प्रोजेक्ट्स हैं those are confined only to few states and districts of India along with few ill-selected crops. Hence, the role of mobile apps come into existence because मैं नहीं बोल रही हूँ कि सबके पास एंड्रॉयड एप्लीकेशंस होगा सारे फार्मर्स के पास, बट मोटा मोटी तौर पे देखने जाए तो एंड्रॉयड फ़ोन्स होते ही होते हैं। लाइक इफ़ गिवन टू देयर आर गिवन टू द फार्मर्स। प्लस गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया ने ऐसे इनिशिएटिव्स भी लिए हैं जिसके थ्रू इंटरनेट कनेक्टिविटी मोस्ट ऑफ द विलेजेस को अवेलेबल करवाई गई है हमारी कंट्री में। द फर्स्ट एप्लीकेशन इज द eNAM। ये एक ऑनलाइन ट्रेडिंग प्लेटफॉर्म है जहाँ पे फार्मर्स, ट्रेडर्स और बायर्स को फैसिलिटेट किया जाता है फॉर बाइंग एग्रीकल्चर कमोडिटीज़ इन इंडिया। अभी तक यहाँ पे 90 कमोडिटीज़ को इसमें इंक्लूड किया गया है, इंक्लूडिंग स्टेपल फूड क्रॉप्स, वेजिटेबल्स एंड फ्रूट्स। ये 2016 में लॉन्च किया गया है और फार्मर्स को एनहांस करता है फॉर बेटर प्राइस डिस्कवरी एंड प्रोवाइड फैसिलिटी फॉर स्मूथ मार्केटिंग ऑफ फार्मर्स प्रोड्यूस। कोविड-19 इम्पैक्ट में ये जो eNAM प्लेटफॉर्म है इट इज़ प्रोवाइडेड अ साइन ऑफ रिलीफ टू द फार्मर्स एज द ऐप would allow them to directly sell their produce from selected warehouses or from premises of farmers produce organization, completely bypassing the mandis. The second is the Kisan Suvidha app. Kisan Suvidha app जो है it is comprising of several items. Like जैसे आप देख सकते हैं ये एक ही ऐप बहुत सारे डेटा प्रोवाइड करता है फार्मर को, जैसे कि वेदर ऑफ द करंट डे एंड द नेक्स्ट 5 days, डीलर्स, मार्केट प्राइसेस, एग्रो एडवाइजरीज, प्लांट प्रोटेक्शन, इंटीग्रेटेड पेस्ट मैनेजमेंट प्रैक्टिसेस। और इस ऐप का एक यूनिक फीचर भी है, ये ऐप नोटिफाई करता है अबाउट द एक्सट्रीम वेदर अलर्ट्स और मार्केट प्राइसेस बताता है कमोडिटी का इन द नियरेस्ट एरिया एंड द मैक्सिमम प्राइस इन द स्टेट एज वेल एज इंडिया, एंड दिस हैज़ एम्पावर्ड फार्मर्स इन द बेस्ट पॉसिबल मैनर। The next application is Farmopedia. ये ऐप को एक्सक्लूसिवली डेवलप किया गया है कीपिंग इन माइंड द रूरल गुजरात। और इस ऐप का एडवांटेज ये है कि ये मल्टीलिंगुअल एंड्रॉयड ऐप है, दैट मीन्स इट इज़ अवेलेबल बोथ इन इंग्लिश एज वेल एज इन गुजराती। और ये फार्मर्स को ही नहीं, एनीबडी रिलेटेड टू एग्रीकल्चर उन सबको हेल्प कर सकता है। इसके मेन फंक्शंस जो हैं, ये क्रॉप वाइज इंफॉर्मेशन देता है, suitable crop as per soil and season, weather in the area, and as well as the management of the cattle. Moving towards the agriculture and the entrepreneurship. तो why, मतलब एग्रीकल्चर में एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप क्यों, ये मेजर क्वेश्चन होता है। Entrepreneurship should be encouraged in agriculture, as the innovation would not just help farmers improve productivity and thus more profit, but create new avenues for employment generation for the youth as well. Basically, entrepreneurship जो है, it is the activity of setting up business. और business का underlying rule है, अगर आपका प्रोडक्ट अच्छा है तो प्रॉफिट, अगर नहीं तो लॉस। तो इसके थ्रू फार्मर्स के अंदर ये एक सेंस हो जाता है, ये इनोवेशन है कि फार्मर्स अपने प्रोडक्टिविटी को इम्प्रूव भी करना चाहेंगे। ऑब्वियसली ओनली देन वो प्रोडक्टिविटी आपकी प्रॉफिट जनरेट करेगी और एक एम्प्लॉयमेंट जनरेशन भी करेगा फॉर द रूरल यूथ एज वेल। आई वुड लाइक टू कोट द NASSCOM स्टडी डेटा, जहाँ पे उन्होंने मेंशन किया है कि इंडिया अकाउंट्स फॉर ओवर 450 स्टार्टअप्स इन एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर, और उन्होंने इसके थ्रू अंटिल जून 2019 $248 million उन्होंने अर्न किया है। There are also a number of opportunities for agri-tech startups to solve key farm-related challenges, right starting from farm management, capital availability, mechanization of farm, and the agriculture supply chain. तो हम अब यहाँ देखेंगे दो चीज़ें। पहली, सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट की इनिशिएटिव क्या रही है फॉर प्रमोशन ऑफ एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप और इंस्टीट्यूशनल सपोर्ट क्या रहा है। The first is the Prime Minister's Employment Generation Program. ये क्रेडिट लिंक सब्सिडी प्रोग्राम है जो सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट स्कीम के अंतर्गत आता है, एंड इसको मैनेज करता है मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ माइक्रो स्मॉल एंड मीडियम एंटरप्राइजेस MSME। इसके ऑब्जेक्टिव तो वैसे बहुत सारे रहे हैं, बट इसका जो अंडरलाइंग ऑब्जेक्टिव है इस प्रोग्राम का, दैट इज द क्रिएशन ऑफ एम्प्लॉयमेंट अपॉर्चुनिटीज इन रूरल एज वेल एज द अर्बन एरियाज बाय सेटिंग माइक्रो एंटरप्राइजेस। अब इसके बेनिफिशियरी कौन है, व्हाट इज द एलिजिबिलिटी? तो एनीबडी ऑफ द ईयर ऑफ द एज 18 और अबव, जिनके पास 8th स्टैंडर्ड का पास सर्टिफिकेट है, वो इस सब इसमें एलिजिबल हैं। They can set up project costing over 10 lakh rupees in manufacturing sector and above 5 lakh in the business and service sector. Coming to the institutional support, किसी भी एंटरप्राइज को इंस्टीट्यूशन सपोर्ट 3 स्टेज पे ज़रूरी होता है, उनके प्रमोशन के लिए, डे टू डे मैनेजमेंट के लिए और उनके एक्सपांशन और डाइवर्सिफिकेशन के लिए। और इसी को मद्देनज़र रखते हुए 3 इंस्टीट्यूशनल सपोर्ट प्रोवाइड किया गया है। One is given by the central government, state government, as well as the non-government. ये कुछ सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट इंस्टीट्यूट्स हैं जिनको हम नेशनल लेवल इंस्टीट्यूट भी बोलते हैं, जिसमें स्मॉल स्केल इंडस्ट्रीज बोर्ड है जो एक फोरम प्रोवाइड करता है इन मेंबर्स को इंटरेक्ट करने के लिए। स्मॉल इंडस्ट्री डेवलपमेंट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है, ये मिनिस्ट्री को असिस्ट करता है इन फॉर्मुलेटिंग, इम्प्लीमेंटिंग एंड मॉनिटरिंग द पॉलिसीज रिगार्डिंग टू स्मॉल स्केल इंडस्ट्रीज। और नेशनल स्मॉल इंडस्ट्रीज कॉरपोरेशन है, ये इंस्टीट्यूशन को बनाया गया है प्रमोट करने के लिए, एड करने के लिए एंड द ग्रोथ ऑफ स्मॉल इंडस्ट्रीज। और कुछ ट्रेनिंग इंस्टीट्यूट्स है जो यहाँ मेंशन किया गया है इन हैदराबाद, नोएडा एंड गुवाहाटी, जैसे आप पिक्चर्स नीचे देख सकते हैं। दीज आर द ट्रेनिंग इंस्टीट्यूट्स जो सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट बनाए हैं। मूविंग टू द नेक्स्ट इज द स्टेट गवर्नमेंट इंस्टीट्यूट, जैसे कि स्मॉल एंड स्केल इंडस्ट्रियल डेवलपमेंट है, ये इंडस्ट्रियल डेवलपमेंट प्रमोट करता है इन द रिस्पेक्टिव स्टेज, एंड सिमिलरली द स्टेट डायरेक्टरेट ऑफ इंडस्ट्रीज। जबकि डिस्ट्रिक्ट इंडस्ट्री सेंटर जो है, इट इज़ लॉन्च मेनली टू प्रमोट कॉटेज एंड स्मॉल स्केल इंडस्ट्रीज इन वाइडली डिस्पर्स विलेजेस, और उन सबको अंडर वन रूफ लाने की कोशिश करते हैं ये। These are the non-government institutes that include Small Industries Development Bank of India, some of the commercial banks and state financial corporations. State financial corporation जो है, it provides financial assistance only to the large size industries. जबकि कमर्शियल बैंक और स्मॉल इंडस्ट्रीज डेवलपमेंट बैंक ऑफ इंडिया है, they will provide assistance to small sectors as well. Now let's see recent क्या चल रहा है एग्रीटेक स्टार्टअप में, हम क्यों इतना बोलते हैं कि एग्री में भी एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप है, स्टार्टअप कर सकते हैं. तो दिस इज लाइव थिंग कि अगस्त 6 को टू 2020 को अगस्त 6 2020 में मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ एग्रीकल्चर ने ये अनाउंस किया है कि वो प्लान कर रहे हैं 36.71 करोड़ रुपीस इन्वेस्ट करने के लिए इन 346 एग्रीटेक स्टार्टअप्स कंपनी जो एग्रीटेक में ही लिमिटेड नहीं है, उनके अलाइड सेक्टर्स में भी इंक्लूडेड है. जैसे कि मैंने यहाँ कुछ मेंशन किया अलाइड सेक्टर्स, उसको भी सिलेक्ट कर रहे हैं. और जिन एग्रीटेक स्टार्टअप को सिलेक्ट करते हैं उनको 2 महीने की ट्रेनिंग दी जाएगी एट 29 एग्री बिजनेस इंक्यूबेशन सेंटर. ये इन्वेस्टमेंट को अंडर राष्ट्रीय कृषि विकास योजना के अंडर प्रमोट करने के लिए रखा गया है, टू प्रमोट इनोवेशन एंड एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप by providing financial support and nurturing the incubation system. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Ananya. Thank you indeed for taking so much pain to gather this much data. It was indeed wonderful. At this level, we cannot expect more than this. So, thank you once again.
So I would like you to hand over.
Yeah, so now you can stop presenting. We will have question. Please don't go away. If there is any question, it will be at the end of Sherin's presentation. All right. So before I hand it over to Sherin, ex-cadet Sherin Maria, I will inform. I'll request all participants to please write your questions in the chat box so that even the speakers can read them well in advance and we do not waste time कि हम टाइम वेस्ट नहीं करें ज़्यादा जो है वो क्वेश्चंस पूछने में या फिर क्वेश्चन का आंसर जो है वो ढूंढने में. सो आई विल हैंड इट ओवर नाउ टू शेरिन मारिया, एक्स कैडेट, एक्स सीनियर कैडेट कैप्टन. Sherin, are you there? Sherin. Sherin, it's your turn, please.
Yeah, am I audible?
Yeah, you are, Sherin. Yeah, Sherin, you can go ahead.
Ananya, can you respond? Am I audible?
You are.
Okay, so due to some technical glitch, he wasn't able to announce. So I'll start off with, please,
Yes, Sherin, please go ahead.
Yes, sir. To start off, I like to quote Bono. This is the time for bold measures. This is the country, and you are the generation. By 2020, according to Hindu, the average age of Japan will be 49. China and US, it's 37. And Europe, 45. Guess what? India will be only 28, the youngest of all. We have the people, the potential, the dynamic population ready to work and transform the world. If we train and educate our young population, we can not only shape the economy and society of our country, but of the world itself. And if we do something wrong, the thing we call like demographic dividend will be a demographic disaster. Greetings to one and all present here. I am Sherin Maria Saji, an ex-NCC cadet, former senior cadet captain, and third-year graduate student of BSc Honours Agriculture from Navsari Agriculture University. It's an immense pleasure to be a part of Atmanirbhar Bharat awareness campaign through social media and to deliberate upon the topic self-reliance in agriculture to technology. Now, I like to present my screen. I humbly request everyone, please don't click on present now button while presenting, so there won't be any problem. Yeah, is the presentation visible?
No, not yet.
Yes, Sherin.
Yeah, is it visible? Yeah, sure.
Still, your
So,
presentation has not come on the screen. It just came, you are presenting. So it will take, I think, 30 seconds more.
yeah. Is it visible?
Not yet. No, still it is not
Yeah,
on the screen.
I'll start it once again.
You can restart it.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, is it visible?
Still it, yeah, now it is. Means it has started, but then your presentation is not coming on the screen.
I am running parallelly a device. The screen is visible, I guess.
Is there anyone else who is able to watch the presentation? If someone can reply. All right, yeah.
Yes, sir, it's visible.
All right, you can go ahead, Sherin, please.
So, thank you so much. So, yeah. So, if India needs Atmanirbhar, agriculture is the major sector to focus because larger proportion of the people in India depend on agriculture directly or indirectly for income. I envision a revolution in agriculture, a revolution with technology at its grip. Artificial intelligence, remote sensing, and geo information will no more be a dream. We have reached thus far. We have been like world's largest producer of milk, pulses, and jute. India ranks second in the world in agriculture production and sixth in the world for grocery markets and eighth in the world for globally exporting agriculture products. And within the span of just 14 years, we rose the production from just 87 US dollars billion to 395 US dollars billion. India rose from a place where world declared its death. It was just in ruins. We were completely destroyed by the famines and the post-independence consequences or realities, as we can say. Young men of those times decided to change the face of India. For instance, Dr. M.S. Swaminathan, and Verghese Kurian. The great quality I see in them is that they had a dream. They had idea which they carried with conviction and made it reality, which led to the birth of great revolutions in India. It is possible. The young blood listening to me, I say it is possible because I believe in the youth of India and their minds. The next revolution, which will be through agriculture technologies, that is Indianized technologies, indigenous technologies, because we cannot run in the race with others' equipments. We have to run in the race with our own equipments. Here, I would like to mention two technologies which I believe would ignite a spark in you. First being precision farming. So what is precision farming? It's an approach to farm management that uses information technology to ensure, yeah, it is the farm. Please move to Bhuvnesh Joshi. Yeah, thank you. So precision farming is an approach to farm management that uses information technology to ensure that crop and soil receive exactly what they need for optimum health and productivity. It relies on specialized equipment and softwares and IT services. In an US Expo, it was said that the least cost of sensors were $8,000. Can a Indian farmer, is able to gather so much capital to invest in technology? The thing is that we need to reduce the cost. We need to reduce the cost. For instance, I like to quote two examples for that. First is drone. A drone is an unmanned aerial vehicle that is used to capture the images from a height. So in place of that drone, we can use a helium-fettered balloon with a smartphone that works just as the same way as a drone and does the same work. And second is white space. You might all have seen this sort of TV channels. Yeah, this sort of TV channels in your TVs, and pretty noisy in nature they are, but they are very useful. The unused TV channels between the active ones in the UHF and VHF spectrum are TV white spaces. This is known as the buffer channels. Now you can see the graph at the right bottom. The pointed, the points, higher points that you can see is the actual channels, and the lower points that you can see is the white space channels, buffer channels, and this can be used very beneficially, just like with the use of database manager and white space radio. These technologies can be used to access internet connectivity. The basic thing required to execute the entire precision farming is broadband connectivity, which is now achieved even in the remotest place. So you can see that the area coverage of the Wi-Fi versus internet connectivity. You can see here it's just a small spot, and look at the area which is covered by the television. That is the white space radio. So this is quite a good innovation that has been there in the world and even in India, I guess, because IIT Bombay project connected 13 villages over TV white spaces, and they have achieved the speed of 5 to 8 Mbps. That's quite well, and 11 to Mbps, 11 to 17 Mbps over 2.3 kilometer radius. So this is the technology that can change the India to be Atmanirbhar. The second technology I am talking about is blockchain technology. Imagine the life cycle of a product is intriguing one. The next time you buy something from a grocery store, think of what all it went through to get in your hands. Think about the raw materials it came from and all the transported raw materials to the production plant where it was created and eventually packed and end up in the very store where you are buying right now. The system of organization, people, activities, information involved in moving product from supplier to consumer is supply chain that you can see here. And the problems that we face now in the supply chain is traceability. I'd like to give an example. This is a very interesting example. On 6th October 2006, multiple states in US suffered from E. coli outbreak. Guess the culprit? It was spinach. And the spinach industry for 2 weeks were in standstill, and they were not selling anything because FDA was investigating and tracing back the person who was behind this entire E. coli outbreak. And guess what? It was one plot, one farmer, one farmland. So that was the thing. An entire spinach industry was in a standstill. And this was because we lack traceability. And second is corruption that you all might know very well. And third is multiple costs. As it moves through this long chain of intermediaries, there is multiple costs levied upon this the product, and the cost the actual supplier receives a very small amount and the consumer buys at a very high price. So now what? The blockchain can do miracles. Blockchain, by definition, a simplest term, is series of immutable records that are managed by a cluster of computers not owned by a single entity. So here you can see it is not owned by a single entity. This is shared by different people, and the data can be received by different people. Each of this block of data are secured and bounded to each other by chains. So this system is decentralized and immutable. This cannot be tampered easily. If someone tries to hack or change the data of particular block, the entire block after this will be alerted, and there the tampering won't be possible. Either the person has to enter to this chain or from the end, and this is very, very difficult in case of a very high, a very long data channel. And then, and this thirdly, this is very transparent. The person from supplier to consumer, everybody can see what is the thing. Like the processor can see what's the quality of the farm produces, and the buyers can see what's the quality of the farm produces, from where it was collected, and these all details become transparent, and that can be very beneficial. And how this this blockchain technology will disrupt the currently present supply chain. Every time a product changes hand, the transaction could be documented in blockchain, creating permanent history like this. And history of the product from the manufacturer to the sale. And what does it reduce? I mean, what does it do actually? It reduces time delay, human error, and added cost. Remember, we said that E. coli brought the spinach industry to standstill. Well, the food industry will, with blockchain, prevent the fiasco from ever happening again. So these were the few of the 1,000 ideas that could be done into reality in India. I believe that India is a land of opportunity, talent, natural resources, and very fertile land, even very fertile brains. If India needs to be Atmanirbhar, it won't be possible by individual brilliant deeds, but a collective effort. We need to change our brain setting from employee seeker to employee generator. Even from the rural parts of the world, you can connect to the entire global market. I'd like to show a few the data that is, it is estimated that there are 315,000 professionally qualified persons in agriculture sciences, about 15,000 of graduates, and 11,000 of masters, and 2,500 PhDs are in agriculture added every year. So I believe if these graduates think to bring a change, I cannot imagine the future. Even the youth from different courses like softwares, like engineering background, they can even contribute in this revolution and be a part of this revolution, because all we need is a learned knowledge and skill that can be used very successfully. Sorry, Priyanka Chaudhary, Priyal Chaudhary, sorry.
Yes, Sharon, any problem?
Yeah, actually, someone is presenting, Priyal Chaudhary.
Priyal Chaudhary, I will have to.
Wait, Priyal Chaudhary, can you Wait,
I,
is it visible now?
yeah, I am removing Priyal from this. Yeah, now it is visible. Please go ahead, Sherin.
Yeah. The thing I was sharing that today's youth are very capable of bringing a change because they have this knowledge, they have this scientific knowledge about agriculture, which was quite impossible if we see quite a decades back. And we need to really explore in this area, and bringing technology will be the greatest benefit. If we look into the current scenario, although the economy is devastated, but one thing is clear. If we need a phoenix to rise from the debris, we need to undo few things. We need to redo few things. And we need to march forward relentlessly towards this thing. And the way that, how can youth be Atmanirbhar? We need to skill, reskill, and upskill. Skill is something which is gift to ourselves, which grows with experience. Skill is a treasure that no one can take away. Skill is self-reliance. It does not make one employable, but also self-employable. For example, knowing how a bike is run is knowledge, while being actually able to ride a bike is skill. So put your knowledge into practice, because the illiterate of 21st century will not be those who cannot read and write, but those who cannot learn and relearn, by Alvin Toffler. To conclude, I would say that one thing you can take away from here is that agriculture is a huge platform. We all have knowledge and potential. Even if the path is untraveled, dream big and make it into action. Thank you. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Sherin. Thank you so much indeed for a power-packed performance. You delivered up to the expectations. So thank you so much. What can be a better opportunity than COVID-19 for learning and unlearning? Okay, so this is the time when we need to unlearn certain things, and maybe handling technology could be one of them. So far we have been using mobile phones only for WhatsApp calling and some online chats or online group chats maybe. But this is the time when we are using mobile technology for meeting online and presenting online. So it's a wonderful opportunity for all of us. No doubt many of our participants are making some mistakes in handling, but when we use this, then only we can learn. So I see a positive sign in this, that we learn to cultivate some netiquettes when we are presenting online. We also learn to follow netiquettes when we are attending online. All right, so both the things. I can also see some of the participants sitting in remote villages, and they are actively participating in this. We are also getting some views on YouTube live as well. This is what first time I learned. So especially for this webinar, I have presented in so many webinars before, but I'm organizing this on my part first time, such kind of webinar, and that too on YouTube live. So I spent almost 2 days in learning how to live on YouTube streaming, and successfully I could do this morning. So it was a kind of new learning for me as well. So thank you, Sherin, and thank you, Ananya, both. Sherin has been very kind enough to accept our invitation as an ex-cadet. So this is the spirit of NCC that keeps us, together. Now there is a question to you, Sherin. You talked about certain technologies, especially blockchain technology and some other as well. So there is a question here that we have fragmented land. And how can we apply these technologies in the Indian context? So if you could answer that, please.
Yeah, sure. Thank you for the question, Ananya. And the answer is that Indian farmlands are really very small, and that is the reality that we are facing. So one thing that we can do is in this thing is that we can consolidate the lands. We can bring together 10 farmers, for instance, and bring them all together and make them work together, because these technologies, if we apply into a large area, that would be more productive. And believe me that blockchain technologies has this kind of opportunity that the fragmented lands can be measured, the exact boundaries can be measured, and the productivity based on those boundaries, actual जितना land होगा उसमें से कितना मिल सकता है, that will be shown, and that can be harvested. So there is no place for distrust that is usually experienced while we consolidate the farmlands through farmers. So I guess this is I guess got the response. So we can consolidate the land, and then using blockchain, this is more transparent. Even there is no trust issues in that. So I guess I have given you the answer.
Yes, thank you, Ananya. Thank you, Sherin. There is one comment that is we focus on technology, we didn't focus on our environment. So it's fine. But the topic today was on technology, use of technology. And let me just clarify on that when we are focusing on technology, obviously we are trying to address environmental concerns as well. So why are we using technology? Because we know that there are certain environmental constraints, and technology is something that that can help us solve not only problems related to farming, but comprehensively all the problems related to farming, including the environment. We are also joined by some ex-cadets of Army here. Marut is there. And Marut is in the field of agriculture as well. So Marut, if you are there, if you would like to comment on anything, please.
Yes, sir. When I'm working in the agriculture sector here, in mainly fertilizer sector, what I'm seeing is the farmer are very illiterate, or we can say they don't know how to. We don't can say they don't know how, but they don't know how to put fertilizer, how much to put. Many of farmers are so poor, they come here to buy fertilizers in kilos, where we are selling in 50 kg bags only. So they also are using fertilizers in uh, 2 times, 3 times. जो उनको चाहिए उनसे वो 2 गुना 3 गुना ज्यादा यूज करता है सर.
All right.
तो बेसिकली दे आर हम जो अभी जो बात कर रहे हैं टेक्नोलॉजी, वो उनसे कई आगे है और फार्मर्स बहुत पीछे है. उनको जो बेसिक नॉलेज है वो प्रोवाइड करने की जरूरत है. उनको जैसे कि हम कैलकुलेशन करके दिखाते हैं, फिर भी वो लोग जो है 2 गुना 3 गुना यूरिया. कई फार्मर तो ऐसे है, दे डोंट नो इवन फर्टिलाइजर नेम. दे कम टू अवर सोप एंड सर यूरिया चाहिए, सर सल्फेट चाहिए. बाद में हम पूछते हैं उनको कि कौन सा चाहिए, तो वो बताते हैं प्राइस से कि 656 वाला चाहिए, वो 700 वाला चाहिए, ऐसा. सो ऐसे फार्मर आते हैं. और दूसरा क्या है, जैसे ये फार्मिंग में प्राइवेट सेक्टर भी है फर्टिलाइजर में, तो वो लोग भी ऐसे मिक्स करके, और जो डुप्लीकेट फर्टिलाइजर है, वो लोअर ग्रेड का फर्टिलाइजर है, वो बना के बेच देते. तो फार्मर को वहां से भी बहुत मतलब जो माइक्रो न्यूट्रिएंट है बहुत कम मात्रा में चाहिए.
Yes, Marut, you rightly pointed out a problem that is, and that is not only, wasting money on the farmer's part, but that is also spoiling. कि कहीं ना कहीं हमारी ज़मीन जो है, तो उसको भी वो जो है उसकी fertility को affect कर रहा है. Overuse of. But I think now there is we need to go towards a culture that has already started developing, as we have psychiatrists as counselors. We need agricultural counselors now, and I think that's a potential field for all the students, all graduates from agriculture, that we need to start this agricultural counseling, and that will happen only if during your studies you focus more on practical rather than passing just exams. All right.
Yes, sir.
So अगर ये नहीं होता, अगर आप फील्ड से जुड़े हुए हैं, अगर जब आप एग्रीकल्चर में स्टडी कर रहे हैं, सी गेटिंग अ डिस्टिंक्शन is a different thing, but actually having practical knowledge where you can actually go at the level of the farmers and pitch your learning, your counseling at their level, कि आप उनकी भाषा में उनसे बात कर सको. और एक एग्रीकल्चरल काउंसलिंग का कंसेप्ट जो है उसमें कुछ जो अच्छे स्टूडेंट्स, कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स आर एसेंशियल. आपके पास 2-3 लैंग्वेजेस आनी चाहिए, कि आप गुजरात में हैं तो आपको गुजराती आनी चाहिए, आप राजस्थान में हैं तो आपको उनकी लोकल लैंग्वेज जो है वो आनी चाहिए. यू शुड बी एबल टू टॉक टू द फार्मर्स. अगर आप डांग में हो तो आपको डांगी लैंग्वेज जो है वो थोड़ी आनी चाहिए, तो ही आप जो है उनसे कम्युनिकेट कर पाओगे. एंड ऑल द स्टूडेंट्स ऑफ एग्रीकल्चर, you should think becoming entrepreneurs like this, कि आप agricultural counseling जो है उसको भी start करें. We had ANO from Rankuwa school, third officer Paresh Bhai with us. So Paresh Bhai had a question. Paresh Bhai, instead of reading your question, I would like you to ask question to the presenters. Paresh Bhai, are you there? If Paresh Bhai is not there, then I'll read his question. Yes.
હા સાહેબ નમસ્કાર.
નમસ્કાર સર.
જય હિન્દ સર.
જય હિન્દ.
મારો પ્રશ્ન એ હતો કે જે સ્વદેશી વસ્તુ પ્રત્યે આકર્ષવા માટે આપણે જનમાનસ ઉપર આ કઈ રીતે અભિયાનને, દાખલા તરીકે જે લોકલ પબ્લિક છે એને તો હંમેશા એ કિંમત જુએ છે અને ગુણવત્તા જુએ છે, બરાબર?
Yes.
તો આપણે સામાન્ય માણસને કઈ રીતે આના માટે આકર્ષી શકીએ? મારો પ્રશ્ન એ છે.
Yes, Sherin or
સામાન્ય
Ananya, if you would like to answer this
તમે
question.
એમને અંગ્રેજીમાં ડબિંગ કરીને કહો, એ મેડમને વાત કરો.
Yes, yes, she understands Gujarati as well. Both of them are well versed with
जी, जी.
Gujarati. So the question is that how do we attract people towards Swadeshi? And let's talk in terms of agricultural products, because if I see these days oats and cornflakes, they are, replacing our breakfasts. No doubt we are health conscious, but somewhere if we can talk about Swadeshi on this as well, because oats, I don't think that we are growing that much in India, or we have that much, because when I purchased my first packet of oats, it was not by any Indian brand. So Ananya, if you would like to answer this question.
हाँ जी सर, श्योर. सर, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल तो अगर आपको स्वदेशी को इंक्रीज करना है तो इसकी एक तो ब्रांडिंग होनी चाहिए. दैट कुड बी डन बाय वेरियस इंस्टीट्यूशंस, जो मैंने मेंशन किया था. गवर्नमेंट भी हेल्प करती है इसके थ्रू. तो और एट द सेम टाइम, जैसा सर ने सही कहा है, क्वालिटी इज इम्पोर्टेंट. तो जो भी फार्मर्स प्रोड्यूस करते हैं तो एक तो उनमें कॉम्पिटिटिव एडवांटेज क्रिएट करना है. उससे एक चीज़ ये होगा कि वो क्वालिटी प्रोड्यूस को ग्रो करने की कोशिश करेंगे. एंड जब वो ये करना स्टार्ट करेंगे तो ऑब्वियसली क्वालिटी इंक्रीज होगी, अच्छी होगी. और ब्रॉडकास्टिंग वगैरह के लिए जितने भी इंस्टीट्यूट्स हैं वो अवेलेबल हैं, तो उसके थ्रू स्वदेशी को हम लोग इंक्रीज कर सकते हैं.
Yes, so that is necessary. Branding is important, and once again the responsibility lies on the shoulders of agricultural graduates, that how do you collaborate with the farmers, how do you do banana sugar stamp. If you see, that is a patented technology of Navsari Agricultural University, and our university has done more than 25 MOUs with the farmers, with the entrepreneurs, and they are producing now. They are collecting banana sugar stems, and they are producing various varieties, various products from there, including fertilizers, chocolates. So there are edible items, there are fertilizer items, everything is there. So that is there. Deepak Kumar wants to comment on something. So I'll invite Deepak Kumar, who is also an NCC cadet. So Deepak Kumar, sir, it's your turn now, please.
सर, हेलो सर, जय हिंद सर.
जय हिंद, प्लीज गो अहेड.
सर, मैं बेसिकली उत्तराखंड से हूँ. मैं मैं आपसे ये बात करना चाह रहा हूँ ना कि जैसे कल मैंने देखा बिहार का एक मैटर था। उसमें क्या है, वहां पर लोगों को ना गंदा पानी पीना पड़ रहा है। ठीक है, और फार्मर्स थे, तो उनका क्या हुआ, बिहार में बाढ़ आई, तो वहां पर बाढ़ से जितनी भी फार्मिंग थी वो सारी क्या हुई, तहस नहस हो गई। तो ऐसा हर साल होता है कि जब भी बारिश के मौसम में साउथ की साइड में क्या होता है, जितनी भी फार्मिंग होती है वो सारी नष्ट हो जाती है। बस उसका कारण इतना है कि बाढ़ का, मतलब पानी आता है और पूरा तहस नहस कर देता है। तो सर, अब ये फार्मिंग अगर हम साउथ में भी, एग्रीकल्चर के अगर ऊपर है, तो अगर हम इसे साउथ में लगाएं, साउथ में हम इसका यूज करें, तो सर अगर, जब सर साल के साल अगर हमारा बर्बाद हो जा रही है फसल, तो सर ये हमारे लिए ज्यादा महंगा पड़ सकता है एक तरह से। और इससे इन्वायरमेंट भी मतलब डिस्ट्रॉय हो रहा है हमारा। ठीक है। और सर जो मैंने अभी ऊपर एक क्वेश्चन करा था कि हम टेक्नोलॉजी पे फोकस कर रहे हैं और बाकी हम इन्वायरमेंट को नहीं देख रहे हैं। सर मैंने एक कॉन्सेप्ट रखा है अपना कि मैं पहले एक मॉडल को लेकर सोच रहा था। तो उस मॉडल में क्या सोचा कि जैसे हमारे पास 100% एरिया है, ठीक है, उसमें से हम 40% रिजर्व कर दे। मतलब अगर उसके अंदर कोई भी व्यक्ति घुसता है या वो कुछ काम करता है, तो उस पे बैन लग जाए, मतलब उसे जेल हो जाए या कुछ ऐसी सजा हो जाए जिससे वो उस एरिया के अंदर ना घुसे। 40% हमने ट्रीज के लिए छोड़ दिया, वहां से हमें ऑक्सीजन मिलेगी फ्रेश, प्लस फ्रेश वाटर मिलेगा, प्लस अगर उसमें उस जंगल के अंदर नदी नाले हैं उन्हें जाने के लिए अपना रास्ता मिलेगा। ठीक, इससे क्या होगा, बाढ़ रूरल एरियाज में नहीं जाएगी। ठीक है सर, उस 100% में से 40% हमने ट्रीज वगैरह के लिए रखा, 15% ने इंडस्ट्री लगाई। उसमें क्या करा, हमने सोलर पैनल एनर्जी का यूज करा, जिससे कि एनर्जी हम खुद बना सकते हैं इंडस्ट्री वाले अपने लिए। बाई चांस अगर नहीं भी होती तो हमारे पास इलेक्ट्रिकल मतलब ट्रांसफार्मर्स वगैरह है, पावर प्लांट है, उनसे हम बिजली प्रोड्यूस कर सकते हैं। ठीक है, देन सर हमने 5% हेल्थ के लिए छोड़ दी, कि जैसे हॉस्पिटल्स वगैरह हैं ऐसे कामों के लिए, मतलब सिर्फ हेल्थ पर्पज के लिए। ठीक है, 60% हो गया। देन 30% हमने लोगों की हाउसिंग रखी, प्लस 10% में, क्योंकि 15% अगर इंडस्ट्री है तो कम से कम हमें उसका दुगना रखना पड़ेगा हाउसिंग के लिए। ठीक है, और बाकी जो 10% है उसमें हमारी रोड वगैरह हो गई। ठीक है, तो सर मेरा कॉन्सेप्ट ये है कि अगर हम एनवायरनमेंट के लिए पहले से रिजर्व कर दें, तो हमें बाढ़ जैसे हालात जैसे आजकल हो रहे हैं ना, तो सर हमें देखने के बहुत कम चांस है कि हम मिले। क्योंकि अगर पॉल्यूशन होगा भी, इंडस्ट्री से पॉल्यूशन अगर होता भी है, वो चाहे एग्रीकल्चर के फील्ड में हो, चाहे किसी फील्ड में हो, चाहे वो टेक्नोलॉजी की फील्ड में हो, क्योंकि टेक्नोलॉजी सर हमारी बढ़ रही है, आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस भी हमारी बहुत बढ़ चुकी है। बट हमें क्या है, हमें आए दिन ये सुनना पड़ता है कि पॉल्यूशन बढ़ रहा है, इंक्रीज हो रहा है। तो अगर हम इस 100% जो मेरा कॉन्सेप्ट है, इस वाले एरिया में अगर हम गाड़ियां जो है क्या करें कि मतलब सोलर एनर्जी से चलने वाली कुछ गाड़ियां बना दें, ना कि वो फ्यूल से चले। इससे क्या होगा, पॉल्यूशन हमारा बहुत हद तक कम हो जाएगा। सर पॉल्यूशन कम होगा तो इससे हमारी सबसे बड़ी दिक्कत क्या खत्म हो जाएगी, पहली बात हमें फ्रेश हवा मिलेगी। ठीक है, फ्रेश वाटर मिलेगा, जिससे क्या होगा, डिजीज कम होंगे, तो हमें हॉस्पिटल्स की भी ज्यादा जाने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी। ठीक है, और जैसा कि सर हम आए दिन सुनते रहते हैं कि एक समय ऐसा आएगा कि हमें ये प्लेनेट छोड़ के दूसरे प्लेनेट जाना पड़ेगा। ठीक है, अगर हम सर दूसरे प्लेनेट जा रहे हैं, तो सर हमें वहां पे कैसे रहना है, कैसे हम वहां पे डेवलपमेंट करेंगे, सर ये हमें सोचना पड़ेगा। अगर हम वहां का ना सोच के, अब अभी हम अर्थ पे जितना भी ट्रीज के लिए ट्रीज एरिया है, जहाँ पे ट्रीज अभी है बचे हुए, अगर हम उन पे फोकस करें तो सर ये हमारे लिए बेस्ट हो सकता है कि हम अभी नहीं अर्थ को पहले जैसे वापस पा सकते हैं, ना कि हम पॉल्यूशन से उसे खत्म होने दें।
Yes, Deepak. Deepak, sustainable development is the only clue. Deepak, before I go ahead, could you please introduce yourself once?
सर माय नेम इज दीपक कुमार, आई एम फ्रॉम गवर्नमेंट पॉलिटेक्निक नैनीताल।
All right.
यस सर,
And
और मेरा अभी सेकेंड ईयर था, इस साल मतलब सेकेंड ईयर था, अब लास्ट थर्ड ईयर था, तो कोरोना डिसीज की वजह से अभी मेरा कुछ सिस्टम पता नहीं चल रहा है कि क्या होना है आगे, क्या नहीं होना है।
Deepak, how
ठीक
did
है
you get this information about this webinar?
सर, ये मैंने मतलब ना, मेरी बहन का एक मतलब स्कूल लेवल पे इंस्पायर अवार्ड की एक नेशनल लेवल वो कंपटीशन होता है, उसमें क्या है कि बच्चों को आइडियाज देने होते हैं नए नए।
No,
ठीक है,
I'm talking
तो सर
about
ये
this particular webinar. So आपको इसकी information आपके ANO से मिली कि?
सर ANO से मिली थी हमें।
All
तो
right. रितेश
जब
सर आपके ANO है, सब लेफ्टिनेंट रितेश। या नवीन कुमार?
नहीं सर, एएनओ मतलब, हाँ सर, मतलब उत्तराखंड में सर अपना कॉलेज का या
कॉलेज
फिर
की,
पर्टिकुलर?
आपके कॉलेज में कौन है एनसीसी ऑफिसर?
मैम मिसेस जया बोरा।
All right, fine. All right. So you are right, Deepak. See, Deepak, one thing I would like to, counter or counter argue on that. See, I don't think that diverting rivers and diverting water is a good option. And the example is Gujarat itself. So in Gujarat, we have the largest dam, that is Sardar Sarovar Dam, and now the water is being transported to dry regions like Kutch, where there is a desert. Okay, but the thing is
जी
that
सर।
in attempt to divert the rivers, what we have costed, okay, and it's a dear price that has been paid by the people who are living in the lower belt of Narmada Dam, that is from Rajpipla to Bharuch, and Narmada river has almost dried in that region. So in a way, we are disturbing ecology. Second thing is that, see, if there is a region which is suffering from droughts now and then the most viable option would be to give them technology so that with less water they can get better results. Not providing water. Drinking water is an essential requirement that should be provided there. We can take drinking water over there, but water for agriculture, and that too through flood irrigation. So I personally believe that people like Kutch, region like Kutch, region like Rajasthan, who are already drought prone and that are receiving less rain in comparison to other parts of the country, they should be given technology to harvest more using less water. So providing them water for irrigation is not an option, not a viable, because what we are doing by constructing dams and transporting water from one region to another, that we are already doing injustice to one region that was already proper, means it was surviving on whatever natural resources were available to them. So nature has equal distribution by default. We don't have any rights to disturb that so far as technology is available. So thank you for your input. Thank you all for joining.
एक
Yes, Deepak.
छोटा क्वेश्चन सर, कि जैसे ना क्या होता है कि 2-4 साल तक, मैं अपने पास के एरिया की बताता हूँ कि 2-4 साल जैसे एक छोटी नदी थी। अभी लास्ट टाइम जब मैंने 5-6 साल पहले देखा तो वो काफी बड़ी थी। अब क्या हुआ, उसमें 5-6 साल से पानी नहीं आया। जब केदारनाथ आपदा आई थी उत्तराखंड में, तब उसमें बहुत पानी आया। उसके बाद से क्या करा कि वो नदी सूख रही है, मतलब उसमें आता है पानी, पर यह है कि बहुत ही कम आता है। तो क्या करते हैं, उस पे पुल बना था, तो पुल बनाने के लिए अभी वो दोबारा रिकंस्ट्रक्ट हो रहा है क्योंकि वो खराब हो चुका है, रिकंस्ट्रक्ट हो रहा है। तो उसमें क्या करा है उन्होंने मतलब क्या बोलते हैं, उन्होंने मतलब नदी ना इतनी छोटी कर दी, क्योंकि 5-6 साल से पानी नहीं आया, तो उन्होंने नदी बहुत छोटी कर दी। तो सर ऐसा कई जगह हो रहा है। मैंने अपने प्रोजेक्ट में ये नहीं बोला कि हम रिवर्स को उनकी जगह नहीं देंगे, रिवर्स जहां से जा रही है हम उसी कॉन्सेप्ट, वो वहीं से जाएगी, उसको हम डाइवर्ट नहीं करेंगे।
Yeah.
मेरा ये कॉन्सेप्ट नहीं है कि हम उसे डाइवर्ट कर दें। मेरा ये कहने का मतलब ये कि हम 40% रिजर्व कर दें ट्रीज के लिए, जिससे एनवायरनमेंट हमारा ना रहे।
Yeah.
ये था।
Thank you, Deepak. So thank you all for participating in this webinar and making it live. I am so happy that we got participants from other state as well. And congratulations to leading cadet Ananya and ex-cadet Sherin Maria for wonderful presentation. Keep it up. This is also a kind of inspiration for other NCC cadets who have not presented so far. So next time when we have such webinar, please cash on this opportunity. I also thank all ex-cadets, all alumni of NCC, Army and Navy of Navsari Agricultural University for joining this. I also thank all ANOs for joining and motivating the cadets. I thank the staff, PI staff and other staff of 9 Gujarat Naval Unit for their active involvement. And I also thank our CO, Lieutenant Commander Vishal Nair, who has not been able to join because of some health issues. So I also thank him for his constant motivation and giving opportunities to the cadets for participating in this kind of events. All in all, I thank NCC as an organization for giving us all this opportunity to come together and share our ideas. Thank you all. Thank you so much.